again, everyone, and thank you so much for tuning in to another video. I'm Karen Harima with Style by Karen, and I'm happy you're here and have found my YouTube channel. For this video, I thought it would be great to really take on a particular company and do a review. And this is not sponsored, and it's just my own opinions, and it's a company called Quince that I have seen quite a bit on social media. In fact, they have a lot of sponsored posts with influencers, and so I thought, I'm curious. I bet you might be curious as well, and so I decided to order a bunch of things. In fact, I ordered some things last year and did some more this year, because this time of year in January, it's like it gets to be where we are really tired of our clothes. We need a little refresh, but sometimes it's not warm enough. The weather doesn't cooperate in most of the country that we can really start wearing different clothes. It's still cold, and sometimes those winter months, depending on where you live, can really drag on. And so it's great to find something a little different and maybe, like I said, do a refresh. So Quince is really known for their cashmere, their washable silk, and then you see a little down as well. But in particular, you are going to see a lot about their cashmere. And that's because cashmere and silk are often those really, really spendy items. And so to get something affordable with similar quality, who doesn't want that, correct, right? So the first thing is the site has a men's and a women's section. We're going to focus on the women's, of course. There's also a small kids section, and there's an at-home section. So when you go to the site, which by the way, you can Google Quince, but it's going to be one Quince, the number 1 spelled out, which I'll link below. And then you can just peruse it and really see all of the different categories. And then within women's, there's the sweaters, of course, lots of different sweaters and different fabrications. There's activewear, there's jewelry, there's leather, there's accessories, and they have a great pair of dress pants, which I have seen a lot of women review. The Ponte knit in an ankle and a boot cut. I did not talk about bottoms. We focused on tops and accessories for this video, but I would definitely check that out. And I'm also going to link a referral code so that you can get $20 off your first order. So let's dive into the cashmere. I had ordered some cashmere sweaters last year, and they ended up being, I decided not to keep them. And the thing I really want to point out is the Quince return policy is 365 days, so a whole year. And the returns were really easy and fast, by the way, as well. Sizing. You were going to wonder that when you're ordering online. What about the sizing? I found it to be pretty consistent, which is helpful, but I feel like their things overall run small. And I tried everything from a coat to a vest to sweaters and several different styles of sweaters. I have a cami, silk tops, silk blouses, and across the board, I needed to go up one size. And so now that I know that, like I said, it really is consistent between the pieces. Okay, so let's start with really their signature thing, and that is the cashmere. So they have a luxe cashmere too, but their Mongolian cashmere sweater is $50 and comes in a variety of colors. They are a little bit low in stock on some colors, the red, the green, but you can wait list. And again, probably after the holidays, we're seeing that lower stock. I needed an off-white sweater for something, so I started with an off-white. Again, the quality is awesome. The thickness, I compared it to a couple other brands. So what I did is I ordered, because these are on sale right now, I ordered the red one, comes from Nordstrom, and this is the Nordstrom brand, which used to be called Halogen. And they come in a crew neck and a V-neck, and many of you probably have had those. I've had several over the years. And I would say overall, the quality of this particular sweater brand at Nordstrom has changed a little bit. It is thinner. It still is a nice quality of cashmere for the money. Most of the time, you can find them under $100. There's usually on sale depending on when you purchase, anywhere from $59 to $89. They're kind of reducing their stock right now, so colors are limited as well as sizes. But I thought, as far as size and quality, this compares very, very much, I would say, an equal to the Nordstrom brand sweater that is, I think it's on sale right now for $89. Okay, and again, the Quince one is $50. If I'm going to be really picky, I thought, because I chose white, this was a little bit see-through, and I probably would wear a cami or something underneath it, but that did not necessarily deter me from getting other colors. And I think maybe if I'm just, because feel is so important, and with you watching a video you want to hear that, I would say maybe the Quince is a little bit thicker. Now we want to put it to the test of other brands, because cashmere can be so expensive, and you probably have heard of Vince. Vince is another very popular cashmere brand that runs anywhere from $300 to $350, sometimes a little less, sometimes a little more. You can definitely find them on sale. I found this one at the Nordstrom rack. The quality is superior to Quince and to the Nordstrom brand. It is definitely thicker, but I also will say, from selling Vince myself, not all Vince is created the same. You will definitely see some lighter weight Vince sweaters, and they're all about in that same price point. I just happened to luck out with this one, and it really was a good find. Another really popular cashmere brand is at Nordstrom is the Nordstrom Signature. Now this is different than the brand that I referred to just a minute ago with the red sweater. This is a little bit higher end, and again, kind of that $350 price point, a little bit lower than Vince sometimes. And this one was one I picked up at the anniversary sale, so I got this one a little bit less, but definitely a thicker sweater, better quality than both the Quince and the typical Nordstrom brand. But for $50, I highly recommend you try the Quince. I think you will be extremely pleased with what you find. Next, we're going to move to their down. And I tried a down coat, a long coat, puffer coat last year. It was too small for me. And again, because their things run a little bit smaller, and because of where I carry my weight, I did not find that to be a good fit. I did, however, keep the vest, which is, I think, $39.90 for a down vest. This is also just a little bit snug. This is black, so it's a little bit hard to see, but it still fit. This is a great thing I wear it around home or to layer with a hoodie. And it was pretty warm. So again, for the money, $39.90 to get a down vest, or probably the coat is around $69 or $79. Quality wise, if you refer to my outerwear video, when you're really looking at comparing down the number, the fill versus synthetic fill, that's all in a previous video and a blog post that you can learn more about that. But again, pretty good alternative for the money. The next thing I wanted to compare was the silk and cashmere scarf. So this is the Quince one, and I got this last year as well. And one thing that attracted me to it was this eyelash, which I refer to as kind of that eyelash finish. And I remember from working at Nordstrom that there was an eyelash cashmere and silk scarf. It was like a wrap, and we had them in every color, and I absolutely loved it. And I had a black one that unfortunately I lost, but this is what it looks like, and this is a pattern one I have. And again, that silk and cashmere blend. I would say The ones at Nordstrom, $99, and they're always that price unless you happen to find a pattern or color that goes on sale. The Quince one was comparable, I would say even a little bit thicker, for $59.90. So definitely a good buy there, and a large variety of colors as well. Next up, leather goods. So the first thing I ordered was a little crossbody camera bag in this taupe color, $129.90, I believe it was. It comes in 2 other colors as well. It is a great bag, really soft leather, and the crossbody strap is adjustable. And I would say that overall, the size was just a little bit too small for me. No outside pocket, which I always really like. There is, you know, again, if you're looking for something that's smaller, there is the inside zipper pocket. There is room for your basics, your phone, your keys, and so this is the typical size of many crossbody bags, but it was just a little bit too small for what I was looking for. They have another bag with a flap and a zipper, and that one seems to be a little bit bigger, and I have that one on order, and that one is coming. The other thing I decided to try was the genuine leather tote, and here is the size of that. It's a really nice size, and it holds a lot. It's great for travel or just for everyday use. It is really hard to find a bag, hopefully I can show you, that holds a computer and an iPad, and I usually travel with both. So there's a compartment for the computer, and it holds everything else that I would need in a bag. It has one zipper pocket, I should say. It does not have a pocket on the outside or a flap, which I know a lot of people like for keys. It does have the little key thing that you can attach your keys to, has the zipper pocket and a couple other pockets for phone and whatnot. I am going to try this out again with their return policy. I will see what I think, but overall, for the quality, for the leather, and this tote is $99.90. So I thought that was a great buy, and I believe it's in 2 colors, in the black and then this luggage or chestnut color. Next up is the Quince washable stretch silk. This one, I was pleasantly surprised at the quality. So last year I started small, just with their cami with adjustable straps. I would say fit-wise, definitely a large on this, and it still is a little bit snug, but for underneath something, it was completely fine. Then this year I decided to try the silk tank, which comes in a variety of colors. You can kind of see the length here, and this overall was a pretty good fit. I'm actually going to show this one on in another little clip so that you can see. It's also something I want to point out when you're looking at fit, of some things to notice. All right, so they have 2 button-down collared blouses. All right, so this one you can see is just that real basic button down. The other one is a notch collar. So you can see the difference. This one is cut just a little bit lower and has this little bit dressier, just overall a little bit different look. This one fit me so much better. There was oftentimes, there can be gapping for a lot of women. Again, this is the large, this is the burgundy color. I wanted an off-white silk one for the holidays. I had been looking, I don't know why I forgot about Quince. The burgundy would have been a pretty color too. And again, it's washable. And with my cami that I tried last year, truly, it does work. I often put those type of things in a lingerie bag just because when it's a washable item like that, I always want to use those, but it really washed up so nicely. Now, again, I really want to point this out because this is going to be really dependent on body type. So, and how these are going to fit you. And so if you're interested in the silk blouse, I definitely would try both styles. Like I said, this one, I liked the look of a little bit better, but it was just really low cut on me. The sleeve was longer in the large. I possibly could try this one, this particular style. I possibly could try it in a medium, and with their great return policy, I may do that. But overall, I would have to say I love their silk. This one feels so good on. And again, the fit was just spot on for me. I love the color. And so this one for sure is a keeper. Okay, so I wanted to show you the silk tank. Now, overall, I would say I really, really like the fit of this. I don't have my camera positioned in such a way that I can get all the way back in my room. I have, this is my office that actually turns into a guest room. So there is a day bed here, if you've ever noticed that in the background. Okay, so back to the top. This again is that washable silk stretch. And it does have some good stretch and give, which I really like. You do not see that a lot of times in silk. But I would say, again, right here, it is just kind of puckering. It's not a perfect fit. I could definitely do the quick alteration that takes that up. And for the price of this, I may or may not do it. I don't need this right now. This would be something I probably would use as a layering top more in the summer, or under a jacket more in the summer, or as a standalone top. But it is still worth a try because, again, size, body type, how it's going to drape on you could be completely different than me. It's extremely comfortable. And I think this tank, the V-neck tank in the silk, is worth a try. Thing that I wanted to try for you is a cotton sweater. And I got this in navy, and I'm actually going to exchange it for the off-white. Because again, my whole thing with trying Quince this year was I was looking for an off-white sweater that had really eluded me. I could not find anything that I really liked this year. So got it in navy, and in the meantime, I have found something that I like better in navy. It's a little bit oversized, and I am actually going to move my camera a bit so that you can see where this hits me. And I would say, and I have black jeans on, so it's a dark color. It's a little hard to see, but this one comes right below the hip line. The sleeves are always long on me. I say it's a little bit big under the arms. However, if I go to the size down in the medium, it will likely be too tight. So I kind of like the idea of this little bit of an oversized look. This is $39.90. Again, the cotton. I believe the style comes in the cashmere with kind of that fisherman's weave is what they refer to it. But this, again, is another one that I would definitely check out. So I hope this has been helpful, and check it out as far as Quince. Again, I will link it. I will link the referral code for you. I like what their tag, what their tag says, everything about this feels right. Quality, price, and sustainability. So great return policy. Size up for the most part, or buy two sizes so that you can compare. But I think you'll be really pleased with what you find. So many things across the board as far as pants, tops, sweaters. So the only thing they don't have is denim. So that's one thing to know, but the outerwear, active wear, and check it out. I think you will love what you see. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. Be sure to subscribe, refer to a friend, and I will be back again with another video in a couple of weeks.